Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stacy Natasha. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So guys, first of all, I want to thank you so much for the love that you've shown me on my previous video. I really appreciate for how you guys have watched that video. Some of you have commented. Even if there are two comments, we are getting somewhere, because back in the days people were not commenting anything, but right now I'm getting a few comments here and there. I feel good, I feel motivated. When you guys get to ask questions, I feel like I'm engaging with my subscribers, and that's a good thing, guys. So I really appreciate for those who take their time to like my videos, for those who take their time to comment on my videos, for those who take their time to watch my videos. Guys, I thank you all for everything that you're doing to support my content. So please share this video so that we can help other people, those who especially want to relocate to the United States of America. Because as I told you on my previous videos, I'm thinking of doing content about relocating, culture shocks. Like, there are so many things that I can do about relocating. So hopefully you guys are gonna continue watching my videos and supporting me so that I can get motivated to do other videos. So anyways, guys, two questions that I was asked, and I really appreciate those people who are communicating with me, asking me questions, because I feel so good when people get to ask me. I feel like I'm connecting with my audience. But anyways, let's go to the questions. So the first question that I was asked was concerning drugs, and this person asked me if I've been using drugs, do I still have an opportunity of coming there, or rather, do I still have an opportunity of coming to the United States of America? And for me, I was like, yeah, you still have an opportunity, which is true. You still have an opportunity, especially if you stop using drugs. Because at the end of the day, if you go to the IOM, they will test you for drugs. And if they find you using drugs, I feel like there you can miss your opportunity. You can miss your opportunity. So it's only best, or rather it's only right for you to stop using drugs right now, especially if you're looking forward to come in here to live, visit, at least visit awata kutest. But if you're coming here to live, you have a dream of coming here to live or something like that, you just have to stop using drugs at some point, because that is something that they're gonna test, and it can deny you your opportunity of coming here. So it's only right for you to just stop using drugs as early as now. Don't say like, let me wait, the time that I'll win the green card is when I'm going to stop, or rather when an opportunity comes is when I'm gonna stop. If the opportunity comes and it finds you addicted, what will you do? So you just have to stop using drugs, especially if you know that you want to come here. Yeah. And the answer to your question is yes, you can still come here. If you've been using drugs the past times, you can come, but you'll have to stop, especially if you're almost going for your medicals. So the second question was about the interview, what we were asked about, the questions that we were asked during the interview. And that is where we are getting, because we left our previous video there. Niliwaambia ndo tulikuwa tumefika kwa interview. There is just where we had stopped on my previous video. If you haven't watched episode 1, you'll have to go and watch episode 1 so that you can come to this video and understand what's going on and what's happening. Because guys, you're missing out if you haven't watched episode 1. Anyways, now let's go straight into this video. The questions that we were asked. Let me start from the morning. The previous night we prayed. Let me tell you, first of all, we fasted from Thursday, or rather from Wednesday to Wednesday, because this was a big thing in our family. We just wanted to come here and we had to fast so that the Lord can at least make us come here and grant us the opportunity of coming here. So we fasted from Wednesday to Wednesday. That was 1 week. And now from Thursday, we decided we are not gonna fast on that Thursday, because we needed energy in the embassy, energy to smile, energy to walk. You know, when you fast at times, you're so hungry, but you're not supposed to think about the hunger when you're fasting. But anyways, on Wednesday night, we ate and we prayed, and then we waited for Thursday morning. Our interview was around 6:30. It was written 6:30 a.m. So we woke up at 4, started preparing ourselves, packed all the documents that we needed, and we were ready. By around 4:44 we were ready, and that's the time we got out of the house. And the embassy is around Gigiri. I'm not sure, but you can just check. The United States Embassy, Gigiri Road, those sides. So we went, arrived there at around 5:30, and we had to wait until 6:30 so that we can go in. As I told you on my previous video, during these things you just can't enter and your time hasn't reached. You have to wait until 6:30 so that you can go in. So when we arrived at 5:30, we prayed, and then we went to the gate of the embassy. And at the gate of the embassy, we found there was a line there, or rather a queue there, and we joined the queue, and we just stood there until 6:30. 6:30 reached, and then they didn't start 6:30 on the dot, but let's say they started at around 6:40 now to check people. When you go there, they check you. Most of the people didn't enter with bags, because the only thing you need there is documents. You don't go in with a phone, because they're gonna take it. There were two places that we were searched. The first gate, they just check you, they check your documents. If you're fine, they ask you, do you have your 2NL letter? You show them that you have an appointment for that day. If you don't have an appointment for that day, you won't enter. So you'll have to come with that letter that you were given, showing that you have an appointment on that day and at what time. So you give out on the first entrance, where they check the first time. They checked us and we went in. The second entrance, they take your phone and they check you again. If you have any metal, especially a watch, a belt, you remove them. Shoes, you also remove, because if they have a metallic thing, shoes you only remove if they are metallic, if they have anything that is metal, if they were made with metal. Yeah. So you remove all that, you give them your phone. You can't enter with your phone, you can't take pictures. You just know rules, general rules that are always in public places. You can't take pictures, you can't pick calls. You give your phone to someone, one of the people who are checking there, then you enter. When you enter, you go, there were seats there. Now I didn't have my phone, I didn't record, that's why I'm telling you a story time right now. But after this story time, a few minutes from now, you're gonna watch the clips that I recorded before we came here. So we went, had a seat, sat there, we waited for our number to be called. We were given some token numbers. So when you go in, you're given a token number. When you go in, you're given a token number. So when we went in, we were given a token number, and we were told that there were only 3 steps. The first step was for them to verify our documents, that our documents were okay and we have everything that we needed. But that step, we had already done it earlier, because we did pre-screening, of which I'm not sure if it's still on. Before us, there was no pre-screening. During our time, there was pre-screening, and then after our time, they started saying again there's no pre-screening. So I'm not sure if it's still there or it ended or what's happening. So you can just check. That's why I always tell you guys, you just have to do your research, because things are changing. What we did during our interview, it's not the same thing that you'll do during your interview. So you just have to keep on researching so that you can be updated every single time. Like for instance, during our application, we didn't have to be with a passport. Your passport would come during your visa. You see, you can apply without your passport, but eventually you're gonna need your passport, because there is where they put the visa. So during the application, we didn't need the passport, but right now there are rumors that people need passport. So things are gonna change. So don't only sit with the information that I'm giving you. Do your research, especially if you want to come with a green card like us. You'll have to do your research, because things are changing every single day. Open your eyes, open your ears, do your research so that you can get the information that you need. Anyways, so when we were given the token number, we were told there are only 3 steps, and the first step I've told you is for document verification. They verify if you've carried everything and everything of the sort. And then number 2, there's payment. You'll have to pay if you pass the interview, or if you don't pass the interview, you'll have to pay regardless. So for me, I was like, we are supposed to pay if you've passed for the interview. So here you will pay regardless. The money is not returned. If you fail the interview or if you pass, the money won't be returned. Yeah. So the step 2 is to pay, and then step 3 And I can't tell you it's a certain amount because it depends how many you are. If you're 5, obviously the money is gonna be a lot. What you pay for is gonna be more. If you're 1, obviously what you pay is gonna be less. So I can't tell you the exact details of the money we paid, but anyways. And then step 3 was now the interview part. And remember, you've already paid, so here is a must: you pass or your money goes like that, because there's no way they're gonna return your money. That's why it's step 2 for paying. Wangeka iko step 3 ingekuwa the better, but now here it's step 2. But we can't complain, because for us, we were favored by God. We were highly favored and things worked for us. So step 3 was now the interview. So step 1, we went, they verified our documents, of which they had already done that like a few days ago. They had already done that. So yeah, they verified everything was fine. And then during paying and during verification, you go, all of you, the way you won the green card. Now us, we won, the 3 of us, so we went inside, the 3 of us. And then step number 2, we were told the main applicant to go and pay for us. So my mom took the money, and us, we decided to pay in dollars. Now if you pay in dollars, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper. Let me not say cheaper, but it's gonna be a little bit affordable, and you're gonna save some cash. If you pay in Kenyan shillings, it's gonna be a little bit expensive, and you're not gonna save something. So for us, we decided, let's change our money to be in dollars, and we don't pay in Kenyan shillings, so we decided to pay in dollars. And when we changed our money, now there is where the story went wrong. But it never went wrong that bad, but something happened. Now take your seats, now I tell you what happened. We were this close to miss our interview. Actually, we missed our interview, but now it happened. So this is what happened. Sorry for that. So my mom went to pay. When she went to pay, as I've told you, we had converted our Kenyan shillings to dollars so that we can save at least a few coins there. So when she converted, she went, paid, and then during paying, kumbe our dollars, they were made in different years. And when you are in the embassy, they don't allow you to pay money that, or rather dollars that is below 2008. As you know, money are always made every year. This year you'll find this money written 2025, next year you'll find money written 2026, you'll find money that is written 2008. I think even in Kenyan shillings you can find that one. So our dollars, some of them, they were just different. Some of them were 2018, 2019, 2020, but there was this one that was 2008. And in the embassy, they don't allow people to pay money that is below 2008. So ours was, one of our dollars was made below 2008. Can take that dollar because it was made below 2018. It's not that it is fake, it's just their preference. They just like taking money that is made above 2019. So yeah, so take note, if you're gonna pay in dollars, take note that you're supposed to pay that money that was made above 2018. So what happened is, we started now going outside the embassy. My mom and my dad went outside the embassy and started looking for money, or rather they went to the bank and tried looking for if they can get a dollar that is either 2019, 2020, 2021 above 2018. So they went to the bank, started looking for money, and you know, we were among the first people to get into the embassy, so we were number 10. Now they started calling people for the interview, because everyone was doing the first 3 steps. First of all, the first 2 steps before getting to the interview. Now they started calling people. Number 1, go inside. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Now my parents have gone, and I'm the one who has stayed inside. I remained inside the embassy alone. And if they call our token number, I couldn't go in because we haven't paid, because my mom didn't pay, because one of the dollar was 2018, so she didn't pay, and I couldn't do anything. So I stayed inside there, waited for them. They started calling the token number. The embassy started calling the token number. They went. They reached number 9. Number 9 also had an issue. Yeah, even her, the money, one of the money was below 2018, so she also had to go and convert. Inside the embassy, all the banks were not opened now, because we needed to go to the bank to convert one of our Kenyan Kenyan shillings into dollars so that they can come and pay. So the banks were not opened yet. The banks were starting to be opened at 9. And remember, when we were sitting down, let's assume it was around 7:30, because during the search, we did the search, we sat there for a few minutes before our interview. So we can assume like it was around 7:30. So they started calling, they called the token number. By the time it was our time, my parents were not back, but they didn't call our token number because we didn't pay. They only called those who have paid. So they skipped our token number. When they reached 9, they didn't call number 9, they called number 8, and then they skipped 9 and 10, and then they went to 11, because 9 and 10, remember, they don't have the correct dollars. So number 11 went, 12 went, 13 went, up to number 20, and they were still not back because all the banks outside the embassy were closed. So I waited. They're just outside, and you can't call them because you don't have a phone. So they went, and then after let's say 1 hour, they were back. When they came back, we can assume it was 8:30, because I remember the time we were done with our interview, it was around 10:15. So we can assume that by that time it was 9:30. So they came, and my mom went back inside, and she paid now, because they found now the correct dollars that was above 2018. Yeah. So she paid, and then she came back outside, and also number 9, the one who was before us, went and paid, and they came back. My parents came back, they paid, and then it was now for us to wait for them to call our token number. Now we were 30 people inside there, so we had to wait for all the 30 people to be done, and then so that they can come back to number 9 and 10. So all the 30 people finished, and then we were called. Number 9 and 10, we were called. First of all, they called number 9. So number 9 went inside, and then number 10 we were called, and we also went inside. So every time everyone would go inside and come out, most of them would come out with a green paper. A green paper meant that they have accepted you to come to the United States of America. So that means that you've passed your interview. A red paper means that you've failed, and then there's a yellow paper that means you have to wait. So you will either be given a green paper, which means that you've passed, a red paper, which means that you've failed, or a yellow paper, which means that you'll have to wait. So most of the people that were coming out, they were coming out carrying their documents like this, and then there's a green paper out. There's a green paper shining here on top. Now you'll just know this one has passed their interview. So they'd come, and they're like, because they are so happy their green paper is on top. So it was now our time to go inside. We went inside with smiles, because most of the people were saying when you go inside for your interview, you'll just have to smile. So we went inside smiling. When we got there, they said, Stacy, Jacob, and Phyllis. And then we were like, yes. Then they already had our documents, because when we went for our documents verification, we left them with our documents. So they had them inside there. So when you go there, that's why they know your names, because they already have your documents, passports, and everything. So they just called us, and then looked at us, checked our faces, if we look the same, like on the passport photos. Then she said, raise your hands. We raised our right hands, and you have to swear that you're going to say nothing and nothing but the truth. So we raised, and she said, you have to repeat after me. Say, I will say nothing and nothing but the truth. You swear. And then after that, she now starts asking questions. And now she was white, she was an American, she wasn't a black person. So you have to listen keenly to the English, because the English here. She started asking us questions. My mom was asked. I don't remember how exactly it went, but I'll give you the questions that she was asked. She was asked which school she went to. She answered. She was asked which year they were married. My mom and my dad, they answered. Obviously, if you're single, you're not gonna be asked the same questions, but I'm gonna give you a clue. I told you, it's just general. Yeah, the things that you filled in your DS260 is what they're gonna ask you, just to confirm that you wrote what is the truth. So what else? She was asked the year that they were married, which year they did their customary marriage. And now I'm not gonna give you the answer, because that is not important in this case. And then she was asked which subjects she did. Now the main questions were being asked to my mom, because she was the main applicant, and she was the one who won the green card. If it was my dad would be the main person to be asked the question. Let's say if it was me who won, I would be asked the main questions. But in this case now, my mom is the one who was the main applicant, and now most of the questions were asked to her. Me, I was not asked any questions. My dad the same, but he answered about the customary marriage. Yeah. So the other thing she asked was if you have ever been arrested, if you have ever used drugs. She asked my mom what subjects she did and what she remembers in social studies. My mom mentioned all the subjects she did, and she also, the interviewer has the KCSE certificate, because that was one of the things that was asked. Now she sees that my mom did all these subjects, and then she asked her, what do you remember in social studies? And she said what she remembers. And what else? Well, we were asked, yeah, we were asked which state we are going to. We said the state that we are going to, which is Oklahoma City, sorry. And then I feel like those were the main questions she asked, and then she said congratulations, and we were just so happy. She gave us our green paper, and then we took our green paper, so happy, walking, smiling. Everyone just knew that we won, because the way we were smiling when we were walking out, I still remember that day, and I'm still smiling like I'm leaving the embassy right now. We left the embassy. When we went, I called my sister as the first person, then I called Raphael, and then after that, we just started planning how we're gonna leave and thinking which day we wanna come here. Yeah. So basically, those are the questions that you were asked. The interview doesn't take more than, it takes like less than 5 minutes. We can just say 3 to 5 minutes. It depends. Mkiwa familia kubwa, or rather like 5 people, 6 people, you're gonna take more time because they have to verify everyone and make sure this one is Stacy, this one is Tracy, this one is Raf, this one is this. They'll just have to take more time if you're many in your family. But if you're one person like me, let's say I would be the one who is winning the green card, it's gonna take like less than 3 minutes because I'm by myself. But anyways, from now henceforth, you're gonna watch now the clips that I was recording, because we went to my grandmother's place, which is my up country in Kitale, and I recorded a few footages there. By the way, guys, I haven't told you how long it took for us to receive our visas. So when the interviewer told us congratulations, she told us you have 2 weeks is when your visas are gonna be out, and during that period of 2 weeks, don't sell anything, don't retire from your jobs, yani just live your life normally. That's what she told us. She told us that it's gonna take 2 weeks or less. And then we went home. Imagine the next day, less than 24 hours, my mom received an email that we should go for our visas, and we went for our visas. We were so happy because other people take like 2 weeks for their visas to come out, or rather a whole week, but ours took less than 24 hours. Glory to God. And we still appreciate God for the good work, because imagine less than 24 hours. Anyways, so we went for our visas, and from there we went to our up country. You're gonna see the footage there. Yeah. Hi guys, we are going to take our visa. Kitale, I think a place called Beach. And today is on Sunday, tumekuwa service and saini fundraising. Yeah, so I'm just so tired, so hungry. Let's just wait, then we go home. Then yeah, as we wait to travel. Hi guys, so today is on Monday, yeah, 20 something, either 24th, 25th, hapo tu, yeah, of November. And chaiboda ipite kwanza. So yeah, today is on Monday, 5th of November. Right now I'm supposed to be normalizing speaking in English because my content will be international, and I feel so great. Yeah, let me show you my, look at this. It has both flags on it, Kenyan and the one that I'm going to. But I didn't want to tell you until the point that the story will get there. Maybe at this point you know or you don't know. Yeah, so right now I'm from the shop to buy bread. Yeah, as you can see, I forgot to carry a carrier bag, so I have to walk with my bread like this. Yeah, and the way you know, the shops in up country are quite far. So yeah, right now I'm just walking. It's currently 8:40 in the morning. Walking, going back at home to have breakfast, and then we shower, then we leave. Let me give you a breakdown of how we have spent our time here. So we came here on Saturday, and I think I showed you a few clips. I decided to be recording randomly, and then when I will decide to post the video, I'll be posting, and then I'll show you what I recorded on that day. Like for instance, when I tell you we went to up country is when I'll post this video. When I tell you we went for our visas is when I'll post that video after I've explained everything. So today, I was trying to explain what we were doing. We came here on Saturday. Yeah, that is 1 day ago. And then we stayed here. We arrived here at around 4 5. We stayed here on that Saturday. And then on Sunday we went to church. That was yesterday. I showed you the clips of yesterday. Then today we are still here. Yeah, but we want to leave in the next like 4 hours. Yeah, because we have to shower, then we can leave. And we go to my great grandma. Let this Buddha pass. Yeah, and then we go to my great grandma's place, which is far from here. So we'll go there, say hi to her, or rather bye to her, and then we go to my auntie's place where we'll sleep. And then the following day we'll come back to Nairobi and start packing. So just watch my vlog. Have come to the end of this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Comment if you have any question. If you haven't understood anything, you can just comment down below, and I'm gonna repeat on my next video before we start that video. So from here you're just gonna see us enjoying here, because I have a lot of footages. We've gone to the park, we've gone to Walmart, meat testing, burger. Yani, I've just done so many things. Me testing McDonald's, me testing so many things. So you just have to stay tuned, be watching, stay tuned, tell your friends to subscribe, come see content here, guys. And I really appreciate you guys for taking your sweet time to watch my content. So anyways, guys, we have come to the end of the video. Just as I said, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.